Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the daily forecast for the 24th of August 2017. How are you doing? You okay? Bit of a crazy week, isn't it? It's like I really can't wait until everything just goes back to calmness, and so many signs, so much communication from spirit. I don't know if you are getting them as well, but there's just so much. I had to run out this morning, and I'd been talking to my friend, and we were talking about something, and I ran out into the car, turned the ignition on, and the song that came on was "One Day I'll Fly Away," Randy Crawford, which was actually my mum's funeral song, but the words in it just they meant so much. And I had to message my friend. I went, "Kia, can you hear this?" And I did a voice message on Facebook, and she was like, "Wow, that's where it is." So it's just, there's so much happening. So it's really trying to listen, I think, as well. There's a lot of chaos going on, so trying to quieten that chaos and actually listen, or seeing what is being presented to you as well. I feel this is what it is, because I think there's a real shift for us to be soft. This is what is coming through, for us to be receptive as well. There's been a lot of resistance around it. There's so much resistance around at the moment. The last sort of 24, 48 hours, I feel, I've felt it with technology. I've felt it with people I've come into contact with. I've felt it with clients. There's a lot of resistance. There's all, I don't know if it's fear. Everybody seems to be like sort of trying to keep things away. But what Spirit are saying is, it's be soft, be receptive. That is where you will actually get through things better and easier. Okay? So this week we've had the Magician, we've had the Fool, okay? Two major arcana there, which are very, very important ones, very powerful cards. And today we have, oh, it just fell down. Today we have the Lovers. Now, this is three major arcana in a row. There is something big happening. This is what I've been saying, okay? And we have the Lovers here, and the Lovers is a beautiful card, and especially in this deck as well. When I actually picked it up first, I thought it was a Sun. So it's different to the Lovers in traditional decks. But what the Lovers is saying within this card is like that, you are facing a choice at the moment. Do you stay in your blissful ignorance, or do you actually accept that apple of knowledge? I do feel this is around relationships, because what this is saying is like true love speaks the truth, and then you can create your own Garden of Eden. So, when you speak your truth, and when you are truthful in a relationship, and when you actually show up like them two, naked, vulnerable, and this isn't about being naked, not clothed. This is being, right, okay, this is who I am. That's it. That's being naked, and when you show up like that, that is when you are in truth. That is when a relationship will, has good, sort of good grounds to walk on, has solid footing, when you're not trying to be somebody else as well. So what this is saying is, there's a decision here for you, and there's a choice that you have to make, and it's, do you take that apple, or do you stay, in this blissful ignorance or unblissful ignorance? I know there was a piece of artwork I'd done during a very strange time in my life, and there's a Pink Floyd song called "Comfortably Numb," and the piece of artwork I'd done, I called it "Uncomfortably Numb," because I was numb. I chose the blissful ignorance, but it wasn't comfortable. I thought I was in a comfort zone, but it was the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life. And that reminded me when I picked this card today, so it's like, if you're staying in a comfort zone, are you sure that comfort zone is comfy? That's what you've got to ask yourself. So what this card is saying is that there is love sort of all around at the moment. There is, and it's there for the taking if you want it. The Lovers, when this comes in, it sort of represents perfection, it represents harmony, it's mutual attractiveness, it's being on the same page as somebody, it's about being able to trust a partner or a suitor or something like that, and that this person or this relationship, this bonding, this union will actually bring strength, and confidence to your life as well. So whatever obstacles you have, you will be able to overcome them. Now, if we have a look, there's mountains in the background there. I was actually looking at that, and that was looking quite sort of Spain, like that's where I'm going. There's big mountains in the back of it and everything, but it's, yeah, I was like, wow, that pretty much looks like that. So this is what it's saying, obstacles, when you're working together, it's like, yeah, we'll get over that mountain sort of thing. So this is what it's saying, so there's a really, really strong bond here. And they often say, I mean, I have, all of you know that I have a thing where I don't often talk about soulmates and twin flames and things like that. But this is talking about a very, very strong, like, karmic connection, okay? So there is a soul connection around. Now, obviously, these are general. It won't be hitting with everybody, that is watching these. But I do feel, and I've been saying it for a while, there is somebody either important in your life or somebody important that is going to be important in your life. Okay, so like I say, keep your eyes and ears open for this. So the bond between these two, when we look at the bond between the lovers, it's incredibly strong, and like I say, it's a time of love being brought in, right? Okay, and this is real love. This isn't this Hallmark crap. This isn't this Kim and Kanye crap, this isn't this drama. That is it. That is not love, it's not. If you need drama in order to survive your relationship, you need to question what is missing, because, love is not about drama, and it's not about control. It comes without conditions, okay? It's where you can show up and be you. The other person is them. So you are both imperfect, okay? But that's why you perfectly fit together, and you don't try and change each other in any way, because why would you want to change that, Why would you want to change somebody or make them fit your mold? That's not right, because deep down that if you're doing that, if you're having to change a person, then that is really not the person that you want. Go out and find that right person rather than trying to make somebody uncomfortably fit into this mold that you have, So with this, it's sort of like, I don't know, people might even say to you, you're glowing or something like that, because this is coming from inner, and it doesn't matter if you try to hide it or whatever, it is there. It shows on your face, and it's serious stuff, this, and but it talks about decisions. With the lovers, there is always some sort of sacrifice, and I feel the sacrifice with this is living in this comfort, this uncomfortable comfort, and actually making that sacrifice to say, right, okay, I'm going to step out into this, So rather than listening to your logical mind, rather than listening to your head, because that might make sense, but it doesn't make sense really. You need to actually go with your heart here. And this is talking about, like, there's a battle between your head and your heart. I feel this is what it is, and it's like, it's I think this could have you in a little bit of a mess, Now the thing is, within relationships, we have all been burned in the past. I say this time and time again, okay? Everybody has been hurt with relationships, and we all bear the scars, okay? Them scars are still there. They're not wounds anymore. Some people will still have wounds, but there's scars. But, look at them as medals. You were brave enough to open your heart to somebody, So like I say, wear it with pride. It's like, yeah, I loved, and I will love again, as I said. So this is saying, don't let past experiences stop you from taking a chance this time. Because yes, like we said yesterday with the Fool, it is a risk. But if you don't, you are risking so much more, So this is saying, follow your heart here. And when we are operating, they say that we operate from two levels, either fear or love, okay? They cannot sort of be together, they can't exist together. So this is saying, do you choose fear or do you choose love, And it's saying choose wisely, because there is something very special here. If we have a look at that sun there, you know, this is something very, very positive. I feel something that could actually be life-changing. That's what I want to say with this, you know. I don't feel this is a fling. I don't feel it's something like that. This is, you are being presented with something that could be life-changing in your life. And all you need to do is just say, right, okay, I am open to this. I am prepared to explore this, because everything is there for you. You know, with this, it's such a beautiful card, and I feel that there's passion here. You know, there's nourishment, there's comfort. You know, there's everything that you would want. It's sort of like the whole package, so to speak. And like I say, there is this trust and truth, you know, which is sort of that will sustain any relationship. If that is gone, then you really need to question the relationship, you know. So, like I say, a beautiful, beautiful card. I feel something around the autumn as well. And what I'm getting here, this is funny. Can we see the lady there? And it's like she's holding her finger up. And this is, I feel they're saying, you have one chance. This isn't something that you can put off and say, oh, well, I tell you what, couple of months down the line, I'll sort of see if I decide then. It's like, no, it's like your time is now, you know. If you miss it, you will lose out. When it's gone, you know. So this is what I'm saying. And if we have a look, like I say there, you know, we have the two pillars there, and that actually looks like 11, doesn't it? Yeah. And this is it. It's two souls mirroring each other, you know, reflecting back to each other. They're sort of their shadow sides, their positive sides, you know, and the love that they actually have, you know. So this is it. It's, you know, that is what you want. You want somebody where there is equal give and take, you know. That's what you want. You don't want it where it's off balance. That doesn't work in a relationship. It needs to be equal. And this is when it flows, you know, and this is when the energy can actually build together. I'm doing that there, and I could feel the energy around this, you know. So it's such a beautiful card. This, I feel, is a life-changing opportunity for you. And they're saying there, this is what you've wished for. This is what you've asked for. So why now are you hesitant in taking it? You know, so, right, okay. Quite an interesting card there. So then the Osho Zen Tarot card we have is traveling. Now look at that. The sun is in that as well, you know. So this is all saying head towards the sun, you know. Be with people, be around people that make you feel like sunshine. You know, when sunshine makes you feel really good, you go out and, you know, you go out and you can feel the sun on your face and you think, yeah, it's a lovely day, and you feel that lovely warmness, you know. Be around people that make you feel that. You know, some people you can be around and you just see them smile and instantly you feel great, you know. Be with people that have sunshine in their soul, you know, even if it is winter. That's what you need to do. And this card is traveling, and this is significant with the 8 of Wands in traditional tarot. So this could have been something fast. This could have been something you weren't expecting, and it's come in and it's thrown you, and it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this, you know. But it's like, you know, if you ask for it, you get it. That's it, you know. So there is a high intensity with this as well. But with this, I'm sort of getting a gentle intensity. This is it. It's intense. But intense is good, you know. Intense isn't bad. You know, if you do anything like intensely, it's like I say, somebody once said I was all or nothing type of girl. And I went, of course I am. And I'm not going to change that. If I'm in something, it gets my 100%, you know. And I'm passionate about it. And, you know, and I just, that's all I can be. I cannot be half-arsed in anything, you know. So this intensity, it's exciting, it's great, it's invigorating, it is going to make you feel alive. There is nothing wrong with being intense. You know, sometimes people don't like looking people in the eye, you know. And I look at people in the eye all the time. I got wrong because when I was driving and my friend was like, will you stop looking at me when you're talking to me? And I said, but it's rude not to look you in the eye when you're talking. She went, when you're driving, it's fine, Tanya. But that's it. Sometimes just looking at people shy away. They don't like it, you know. I love eye gazing at people. It's amazing, you know. You see so much, and yeah, that's intense, and it terrifies some people. But the right people get it, you know. So never apologize for intensity in any way. It is a wonderful thing, and it shows that you feel, and it shows that you have passion as well. You know, so this is what this card is talking about. And if we have a look, I don't know if you can see, there's a little person on that mountain, you know, and what this is saying, it's walking along, and it's like this path has all different turns, you know, and it's at different levels and everything, and some parts are clear and some parts are clouded as well. You can't see where the path leads, but all you know is that you are heading towards the sun. Okay, and like I say, the sun is there in that card as well. So you are heading towards the sun that is going to make you feel good and make you feel alive and give you this lovely glow. You know, and if you think sun helps us make vitamin D, melatonin, all of that, you know, so it actually helps us to function properly as well when we're in the sunshine. So this is it, you're heading towards the sun here. I've said this before, so those of you that have heard it, I'm sorry for repeating it, but I always get this when this card comes out. When I was little, one of my mum's friends, it was her mum, and she was an old woman that used to look after me sometimes, and such a beautiful woman. And she always used to tell me the story about a brother who, during the war, they were evacuated, and he was sent sort of miles and miles and miles away, and he didn't like it, and there were only kids that were 8 or 10 or something like that, and they actually ran away, and they eventually ended up back in the hometown. And you know, and when the policeman found them, and he'd said, "How did you find your way home?" And they said, "Oh, we followed the sun." You know, and I've always loved that story. You know, I mean, these two simple kids, you know, they just trusted, and that was it. They knew that the sun was where they lived because they'd seen it, you know, so that was what they followed. And I just, you know, I really, really love that story. But now it makes so much sense to me on a different level as well. So what this card is saying is, turn your face to the sun and let the shadows fall behind you. This is your life's journey that you're on, and there is something important. There is an important step on your journey here as well. And sometimes when we're walking our path, things are crystal clear. We can see them. It's like, right, okay, yeah, I know where I'm going. And other times we remain in the dark. But each step is as important as the rest. And this journey is what promotes our growth. And it's not about the final destination. It's about getting there. You know, it's the people we meet on the way. You know, it's the stories. If you think a road trip, you know, is fabulous. Jack Kerouac on the road, you know, what a brilliant story, or memoirs, you know. That's it. It's the journey that gets you there, you know, not the destination. So this card is telling you that it is time now for movement or change. This may be from one physical place to another. Okay, you may be moving states, countries, something like that. But it also could be talking about an inner movement in you from one way of being to the other, you know. So this is it. It's sort of choosing the sunshine, you know. I choose sunshine, you know. I choose love. That's what it's saying here. So it's saying that there's no need to struggle on this path neither, because it's paved out there. There is always a path, you know, and if there isn't a path, then you carve your own, but you go with this guidance all of the time, and trust that everything that is happening now is meant to be. It was supposed to be, you know. This path is leading you where you are meant to be. So you might have turned a corner, and somebody might have come into your life, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? This is meant to be, you know, so explore it. So trust the universe to be your like internal sat-nav here as well, because there is a fantastic opportunity, I feel, you know, that is coming through. So it's saying don't hesitate to take it. And Spirit are saying don't doubt, just do. That's it. Don't doubt. Don't let them little seeds of doubt creep in, because they will grow and grow and grow, and they will stop you from experiencing, you know, and stop you from embracing this new as well. So it's like when we travel to another country or something, you know, we embrace the culture, you know, we get used to the different environment, and it's different to what we're used to, you know, but it opens doors for us, for new friends, for new experiences, for, like, you know, new people, new things to come into our life, for us to evolve as well, you know. So it's a beautiful, beautiful card, this, and it's saying if you refuse to take this journey, this could say that you are losing some sort of reward that the universe is wanting to give you, or some sort of wish that has been granted as well, you know, because like I say, this is, you know, if you are traveling anyway, so it's just take that first step, follow the sun, and get ready for this adventure, because it's there, it's what you've asked for, and the universe is trying to help you there as well, you know. So beautiful, lovely, lovely energy coming with those cards, you know. And like I say, there's mountain ranges, but in a good way, you know, rather than problems. So the Colette Baron Reid card that we have is a deep knowing. So there's so much about your intuition this week already with these cards, and it's intuition. When you look at your intuition is your, like, sort of phone line to source, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, you know. This is where you get your answers with, and you cannot see it with the naked eye, but you know it exists because it's helped you in the past. So it's like we are taught to turn this off, you know, and we are taught to turn off our natural capacity to navigate our way through life, you know. So it's like, no, you don't listen to that, you know, you don't, this is what you're meant to do, you know, follow the life rules that are written down by man, you know, and it's full of promises and promises and promises, and, you know, you need to do this, and if you carry on in this job, and then you will get promoted, and blah blah blah, and then you retire, and then you're like, yeah, and then what? You know, society gives you false promises. The source doesn't, you know. Source is wanting to guide you all the time, and, you know, you're stopping it. This morning when I was lying in bed, Spirit were talking to me, and it was quite a strange, very strange feeling this morning. And what they said to me was that life is not complicated. It's people that complicate it. And they said, we don't try to breathe. We just do. It just happens, you know. Plants and trees don't sort of try to grow. They just do. It happens, you know. But humans get in the way of the flow, and humans start to analyse everything. And, oh, well, why is that happening? Why am I thinking this? What's he up to? What's she up to? You know, what is their ulterior motive? And humans make this massive, big mess of confusion, you know. They think that they know better than Spirit. That's what Spirit said to me this morning. Humans think they know better than us, you know. So what they try and do is they put like a spoke, you know, they put a knife in the organic process of being natural. And when you are natural, this is when things flow, and they flow organically as well. So it's saying to allow this process. You know, you're never going to beat Spirit. You're never going to outwit them. You know, they see everything, and they are bigger and stronger than you will ever be. You know, so don't try and outwit them, because all you are doing is outwitting yourself and actually sort of cutting yourself off to fantastic opportunities as well, you know. So this, like I say, this card is saying you need to, like, you know, this deep knowing will open the doors to inner wisdom, you know. It will sort of stop you feeling like you have limitations as a human being, you know. It's your logical mind isn't worth shit at the moment, okay? It's not. We have the owl, you know. We had the owl on the Magician's Hat the other day as well, and this is your knowledge. This is your inner knowledge as well. And, you know, we have the sun and the moon there, and this is, you know, we're still in eclipse sort of energy, you know, and this is what it's been trying to highlight. It is we're in a very, very powerful time. So what this is saying, there is a wisdom much greater than what we think, and much greater than us, you know. So we cannot outsmart it. So what this is saying is listen to this inner dialogue. Go into this place where you feel, okay? Tune in and trust your vibes, Okay, this is what you need to do. Trust your vibes. Trust your vibes about what's going on. Trust your vibes about another person as well, because they will be right. If you ask for answers, you will receive them, and maybe from, unusual sources. You may have asked for answers, and this is why this person has came into your life. That might be the answer, because love is always the answer. It doesn't matter what the question is, So this is saying that sometimes you can meet somebody and you just know that you might not know how it's going to pan out, but you know that they have an importance in your life. They cross your path suddenly and it's out of the blue, and you're like, wow, I feel connected in a way that I can't describe, or I can't put into words or something. And it's saying that this sort of feeling like puts a little marker on your soul. It says this is going to be an important time. Somebody has entered your life who will be instrumental on your journey. So they're saying pay attention to it. Don't block it off. If this is in a relationship sense, it's like there's two hearts calling out to each other. This is it. It's sort of like an alchemic process, And like I say, we were talking about the heart chakra the other day, and it was like, put that call out, And this is it, it's like there's an intuition coming in with this, and it's saying to trust your heart, because magic could happen here. And it's saying as we purify our bodies, as we get rid of all the chaos and get a step out of the sort of shitstorm, and we start to listen to our bodies closely, we realise that all of the answers are within us as well, and we don't need outside advice. We know which direction to go in, because we just check into that eternal sat nav, and it's our true north. That is it. That's where we're heading. So we just need to learn to trust this. We don't need to second guess ourselves. We don't need to ask somebody else for permission to follow our dreams. We need to give ourselves permission. As I've said before, you're entitled to be enlightened. That is it, and you're entitled to be happy. That is your birthright, So with this deep knowing, when you tap into this, there comes a freedom if we listen to our souls, and our souls will speak through our hearts on a lot of occasions, and this gentle dialogue is nudging you and whispering and saying, go on, it's okay to do this, take that risk. This is why we've given you it. It's for you. It's not against you, it's for you. Think about how you feel in your body. Do you feel light? Like I say, I'm talking about people that are like sunshine, that make you feel like sunshine. When you're around them, you feel light, okay? Things feel better, and this is what we need to do when we're around people. We need to look at how we feel around them. Not their words, not what they say, not whatever we want from them. We look at how do they make us feel. And listen closely to your body, because it will give you clear signs. When you smile more, when you're smiling, because some people just make you smile, aren't they? Some people are like smiley people. So use this when you're making this decision, and especially, like I say, if this is presented with a relationship. Breathe in deeply, use your breath and bring yourself into the moment, and then look inward and see how you feel. Think about that person. And you will get your answer there. Where do you feel it in your body? Does your body feel tight? Or does your body feel really nice, loose and comfortable? Does it move with grace and ease? Does a little smile come up on your face when you think of that certain person? These are all things that you need to check on. These are all little signs that we ignore on a daily basis. Do you feel empowered around this person, or do you feel compromised? Because you will always know the truth. Your body will always tell you. Your soul will always tell you the truth. You just need to listen to it and then learn to take action on this guidance as well, So I hope that made sense to you. I mean, look, we've got all the stars and everything there. It's beautiful. Something beautiful is about to begin, they've just said, or something beautiful is beginning. And it's I feel it's up to you. It's there if you want it. Now I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what we have with this. Such a lovely energy. I actually feel like I'm on holiday already. This is, God, holiday will be home, won't it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's strange. Right. Joy. Look at that. The mask can drop. This is what I'm talking about. Love and compassion, a time of healing. You are being showered with love and light. Accept this gift and you found joy. A joyful life will replace your sadness. You know, these cards blow me away. How can 4 decks like tie in so well together? You know, and this is it. You don't have to wear a mask no more. You don't have to pretend. You can just be you, and you can be happy. This is what they want, you know. So like I say, let that joy into your life, because when you live a joyless life, you're not living at all, you're existing, and there is so much joy and love and everything there waiting for you. So please be careful if you're thinking about turning it down, because as that woman said, there's one chance. Okay, so I hope that made sense to you. Please let me know if it did. Okay, I've been loving the messages. I'm sorry I've been so busy I haven't been able to reply to everybody at the moment, but I do read every single one of them, so thank you so much for that. And if anybody would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch. This week is fully booked. Next week is starting to get pretty fully booked, so if you want to read, if you can get in touch pretty soon, and then it just makes sure that you're not disappointed. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous day. Be careful when making any decisions, you know. Trust your heart and don't go into your head. Get out of your own way and let things flow the way that they're meant to. Okay, have a fabulous day. Satnam.